Carl here with Pave Chaser, the Pave Chaser Garage, bringing you yet another video on this 2021 KTM Duke that we are turning into an adventure machine. This is the Duke 890. If you haven't been following along, I got a number of videos as we are outfitting this thing to be able to take this to the Arctic Circle in like, geez, 6 weeks from now. I got a whole whack more of goodies for this bike, and so be sure to subscribe if this is of interest to you. Today, we're gonna take a look at radiator guards. Now, just imagine for a moment, you're driving down a nice backcountry road, and you see this dirt road that's going off into the distance, and there's a magnificent waterfall out there. And you say, you know what, I'm gonna go check that out. And you spin your bike around and whip out there, check out the waterfall. Everything is great. You're walking back to your bike, and to your horror, there's a giant green puddle underneath your bike. Nobody wants to be stuck in the middle of nowhere without coolant in their bike. The smallest puncture to your radiator can cause that. So I went onto Amazon and on the interwebs and did some searches, and I bought two. I bought one from, we'll say, the other guys on Amazon, around the cheapest I could find. And then I bought another one, which is from Evotech, who have a pretty good reputation in terms of their technology, their engine guards. Because I'm taking this bike to the Arctic Circle, as I mentioned, which is gonna be hundreds and hundreds of kilometers of dirt road, gravel, rocks. I'm gonna be having a little bit more aggressive front tire on this bike, so another risk factor to kick up dirt, rocks, and pebbles. Getting a radiator guard really was a no-brainer. In fact, it was not even optional for me. So I will bring this up and you can take a quick peek at them because they are quite different. And in fact, this one's a two-piece and you can see that it wraps around the engine a little bit more. I should mention, this one was $115 Canadian. This one was $145 Canadian. So we're talking about $30 difference between the two of them. Okay, so first we're gonna outfit the bike with this one, which was the lesser cost engine guard. You can see that it is made for the Duke 890. It says 890 right on it, and it came with one bolt and two washers. Ideally, we'll use the bolts that are on there already, but you can see here how this is going to attach. So basically you slide the radiator guard up over, being careful not to hit the fins on the radiator guard, of course. You're gonna wanna make sure your bike front tire is straight. You've got your hydraulic steering damper there, and it does get in the way if the tires are turned too sharp. So you can see here, this would bolt through into those bolts there, and that would hold it here. But as you look down here, you can see it's not actually covering the whole radiator on both sides. And down here, where this was supposed to be connecting to a bolt here, we're missing, or we're short about, I don't know, an inch or so. So as it stands right now, this is not actually going to work on this bike without some slight modifications, putting some spacers in behind to allow that bracket to connect. So at this point, we're gonna set this one aside and we're gonna try out the Evotech. And I should say this is not sponsored. This is just my opinion. The difference in quality is not just apparent in visual, it's also apparent when you feel it, the quality of the build. This is a very high quality product. So basically there's only two bolts that we're gonna need to adjust. You're gonna need your T30 Torx, take the two bolts out. We're gonna actually bolt this under there. Then this is gonna be bolted to the top of that. We'll show you up close up. Okay, so the first piece we're going to install is this bottom bracket. There are two holes here. We're going to align them up to the little bolts underneath here that are holding the radiator onto the bike. Okay, so now that those are out, we're going to basically use these same bolts, come up underneath from here. In fact, there's a hole machined right here, which is going to be your hose will go right through that. Be very careful not to cross thread these. Also be sure not to tighten these up too much at this point until we get the rest of the radiator guard on. So now we've got that bottom bracket. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some anti-vibration tape. Right here has got the tape on it. This one doesn't. There's two extra strips. So when this hooks up onto your radiator like that, it's not going to jitter around. Also, you're gonna notice that right here, we've got a little rubber grommet here, 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 and here. There's actually gonna be a 7th one right in the middle. And you'll be able to find those because these are little honeycomb shapes, but where those grommets go is actually just circular. So put those in there, and that's gonna be able to rest against your radiator to really get rid of all the vibration. I'm going to take the 2 little tiny bolts. We're gonna slide this in and just bolt them from underneath into that bracket we installed. And what do you know? It lines up perfectly. Now you can tighten these up nice and tight. So now that those 2 bottom bolts are nice and tight, you can go ahead and take your Torx 30, complete the torque up process. And there you have it. I certainly think that is the right choice for the engine guard. I'll give you some close-up views of this, and now we are safe to hit some off-roads and have a good adventure. I think this radiator guard actually makes the bike look better just in general, even if I wasn't planning on going off-road. What do you guys think? Why don't you let me know in the comments if you think this radiator guard is rad or not. See what I did there? Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.